Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to jump into something that's pretty near and dear to my heart here. Probably one of my favorite pieces of gear that I've got, especially probably for sleeping, I'd say. Wanted one of these for a really long time and finally got one. Picked it up on eBay, actually. Found somebody that had one stateside and went ahead and picked it up. And I have been using it for a while now. Now I'm extremely happy with this. Definitely lived up to all the hype, but this is the Carinthia Defence 4. Now this one is in the 200 length, which is going to be for anybody over, I believe they call it over 6 foot, 6'1". I'm 6'1", and I'm telling you, I would not want anything shorter. The 185, I would not want. I would stick with the 200 for sure. Sorry, I have that in the screen. I would stick with the 200 for sure. Would not go with the 185. And I'm 6'1", basically 200 pounds. Yeah, pretty important. So here we go, jumping into this, looking at the, pretty much looking at the size. Now, this is not compressed. I'll show you before we open it up. I'll go ahead and show you. I won't do just a complete 100% compression on it, as small as I can get it, but we'll go ahead and get close. Now, comes in at about 4 pounds. For a bag that's not down-filled, it's pretty good, especially for a bag of this size with the extra, like I said, the extra length in it. And I can just go down a little bit further. Just an amazing piece of gear. There you go. Amazing piece of gear here. Absolutely in love with it. First things first, I have slept in this thing down to 29 degrees Fahrenheit. And I live in the South, and in Alabama specifically, and I will say that 25 degrees here, given the humidity, feels like what I've personally experienced out west in Colorado and Wyoming and Montana. 25 degrees here feels like 10 degrees there. Just to be honest with you, it is not the same. 25 degrees here with a slight wind is probably one of the more brutal environments you'll be in. It's just the humidity. It really is. It's just that wetness, the dampness in the air that just makes it so brutal. I'm saying this because I've slept in this thing down to 25 degrees here, and I have to say, I had a pair of wool socks on and just an outer shell for sleeping. So I had pants on and I had a long sleeve shirt and a boggin. And I will say that this bag performed really well. I would personally not want to stay in this bag down past 25 degrees for an entire night. It got cold. Like, my feet started to get cold in the foot box, so I had some hot hands that I threw down in the foot box with me, and that cleaned that right up. That fixed that. So no problem there. I know people say, and the website say, that this thing can go down to just like ridiculous temperatures, like -31 or something like that. I mean, I would not want to be in this thing down to that, but hey, there may be some crazy people out there that can handle it. I run pretty warm. I tend to not get very cold at night, and yeah. I wouldn't want to be anything down past 25 degrees like I slept in. I felt like I was really comfortable. If I was going to be in 25 degrees, I'd want to put something with it. It's just a 3-season bag. It's marketed as a 3-season bag. Really not so much of a winter bag, but the temperatures that they show on the site, on any of the sites that sell this particular bag, they throw out temperature ranges that would be a winter bag. That being said, awesome bag. It's not that heavy. Like I said, it says 4 pounds, I believe it. And you can see the size. It packs down relatively small for a bag of this size. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I'm saying a bag of this size, since I've got the larger version of the bag. Comes with really nice stuff sack. Stuff sack's not too small. That being said, whenever you're getting ready to break down camp and you're packing your bag up or you're getting the bag out, it is extremely easy to do so. Very generous size in the bag. It's got a draw cord at the top. You'll be able to pull this out of the way, here. Got a really nice heavy duty draw cord at the top here. Right there. You just compress, pull that out. Very nice. Opening the bag up here. And there we go. There's our stuff sack. Like I said, large stuff sack. Pretty happy with that. Okay, onto the bag. Let's back up a little bit. Get a kind of a wider range here. All right. As far as the bag goes, this is pretty much what we're working with. See what I'm talking about? I got the extra length on the bag. You can see just how long the bag is. Like I said, I'm 6'1", and I wouldn't want anything any shorter than the 200. I think if they call it the 200, I think it's the 200 centimeter maybe. But outer shell on this bag is water resistant, not waterproof, water resistant, and I can attest to that. Really nice, really durable. You can beat on this thing. You don't have to worry about wool down, or you don't have to worry about down on the inside getting wet and the bag ruining. The bag's relatively easy to clean. That being said, I mean, it just pays to keep your bag clean on the inside. You really don't want it to have to be clean. It does start deteriorating the bag over time when you start cleaning, especially multiple cleanings on a bag. My personal opinion is the least you can clean it and get away with it, the better for the bag. I'll touch on this real quick. It does have the tie points on the inside. Carinthia makes a number of bags like the Tropin. I think there's one, maybe a Grizzly or something like that, and there's a couple of knockoff bags, maybe from Fesca or something, you can find that will tie on the inside of this. And like the Fesca bag is going to be a whole lot cheaper. Anything Carinthia is pretty expensive, especially for clothing. It's just ridiculously expensive. I'll have to touch on this though. This zipper system, and they call it they got a system on the zipper that traps heat. Massive flap here that runs the length of the zipper. So as you zip the bag up, you're able to take these Velcro straps together. You have no way of losing heat through the zipper. Really nice, actually. Right here we got the Carinthia information. Austria. It's got some of the handling information in it for cleaning. Some of the instructions on the inside of it. Yeah, this is a polyester material on the inside. They refer to it as kind of their proprietary thing, I guess, is G-Loft material on the inside. And like I said, actually it has like a nylon shell on the outside, kind of. It's they refer to it as water resistant, not waterproof. Big difference. But this bag actually comes in what they refer to as multicam, what many people refer to as multicam. Most of these bags you see though, actually, there we go. Most of these bags actually come in what I call an olive drab green, pretty much the same color as the inside of the bag. They have a woodland camo, and I think they have also what they call a black or midnight woodland camo, or it may be a multicam design, I can't remember, but they're extremely rare. But it's a black bag. but good luck finding them. It was hard enough just to find the multi-cam bag, and find one stateside. Needless to say, it was almost impossible, and I ended up doing it. So, ended up getting the bag. Been extremely happy with it. Just this tough as nails bag, to be honest with you. I've been really happy with it. I will say worth every penny, and I paid many pennies for it. No longer can you get these bags just super cheap anymore. I mean, I wish you could, but that's just not the case. I'll show you guys putting this thing up, kind of how easy it is. Start with the foot box. Usually I find that starting with the foot box is kind of the easiest thing because it's a smaller portion of the bag. And that is it. As quick as that. All we gotta do is draw the compression strap down right here. Pull these straps back over the top. You cinch these down, like I was saying earlier, and you are absolutely good to go. Great piece of gear, worth every penny, like I said, and love it. I highly recommend it. Carinthia Defence 4. If you find one out somewhere in your searches, definitely recommend. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll do reviews every once in a while. I mainly like just to keep the channel camping. But pieces of gear that are really helpful, really near and dear to my heart, I'll do a review on them, especially like this. And yeah, love it, highly recommend it. Go pick one up if you can find one. Worth every penny, to be honest with you. Alright guys, if you like what you see here, please subscribe, please like, please comment. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.